What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to do a unboxing and review of the Bowers Wilkins Px8 S2 headphones. I was actually able to get these in. They were on a little back order for a little bit, but I was able, they finally came in, and I'm very excited to dive in these. But before we do, let's go ahead and do a quick look, take a quick look at their price and specs. We're going to go ahead on over to our sponsor's website, Audio Experience. Let's go ahead and flip that over. All right. And here, as you can see, we do have our pricing and everything. You can pick them up for $7.99. You do got two different colors. You got the warm stones, which we have here, and they also have the onyx black version there, as you can see there. Very nice looking. I went with the warm stone because the previous version I did have does have the onyx black, so I didn't want to do that. I wanted to try the warm stone anyway. I think it's a pretty sweet looking color. All right, as far as the specs and everything, you can tell you got you got high performance DSP with dedicated amplifier and DAC. You've got true 24-bit audio connection. You also have 5-band customizable EQ, 5.3 Bluetooth 5.3 with aptX suite, lossless technology, multi-point connectivity. Of course, active noise canceling. You know we're going to definitely test that out as well. And let's see what else we got here. We got USB charge. You got USB connection for both charging and audio. So you can definitely listen to your music with the USB-C cable as in everything. So again, we're going to test that too. I'm gonna go ahead and give that a shot at it as well. We're gonna see how that sounds. You also have fast charging support. When it comes to fast charging, they listed at 15 minutes. I'm sorry, 15 minutes will give you 7 hours of playback time on the fast charge. That's really not bad at all. And of course, you got the Apple M5 option, and they also have Google Fast Pair. So this is a fully loaded headphone. I can't wait to get into this. So let's go ahead and get back over to our camera here. All right, let me go ahead and clear that out. All right, and here we go. Very interesting. Again, huge shout out to our sponsor, Audio Experience, for supplying this for a review. And I'm very excited. So let's go ahead and get into this box. Let's go ahead and see if we got any type of taping or anything like that. Oh, looks like it's pretty good on the sleeve here. So let's go ahead and see if we can get this sleeve off. It's probably going to troll me, wanting me to break it, rip it off. Or so. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, we do got some taping down here at the bottom. All right, let's go ahead and get that off. All right, there we go. I think we should be I think we should be good to go now. There we go. Now we got movement. All right. Again, Bowers Wilkins always has some really classy unboxings. Again, that all white with the Bowers Wilkins logo on it. Let's go ahead and get this box open. All right, we got the case here that's color matched to the earbud or the headphones, which is always good to see. I love when they color match things. All right, let's go ahead and pull this out, see what we got else in here. We got some packing poison for the trolls, but that's stuck to the side, so we don't have to worry about that. And let's go into our, looks like our information here. Yep, we've got our user guide and safety information for notice how it says the Px8 S3s, which we already reviewed on the channel, and the Px8 S2. So both, works for both of those headphones there as well. And yes, like I said, we did review that, and yeah, we will have a head-to-head with those as well on here. So you want to definitely stay tuned for that. All right, so we got that in there. We're gonna sit that up. We're gonna put that off to the side here as well, out of the way, because we are here for this. All right, again, color match. I love how the zipper is protected all the way around. I love the fact that they got that little tuck in right there. I take advantage of. No branding on the zipper, which I think would have been nice, but again, you got that leather zipper holder so you can slide it. Nice, smooth. That's smooth. I like that. Wear it around and look at that. With the brushed aluminum. You got the Bowers and Wilkins branding on each ear cup. Man, that just looks really, really luxurious. The leather. Ooh, they smell good too. They smell real good. Oh my goodness. That's leather right there, man. That smells really, really good. All right. Look at that brushed aluminum though. Look at that. That's beautiful. I love it. And of course you got the detailing. Looks like you got cabling running up through the arm there into the yoke. Oh, just nice. Oh, again, you got leather on the headband, top and bottom. Plenty of cushion here. Oh yeah, let's go back to ear cups. Nice and soft. And again, you can see how they dip in, so they slant in, so it's deeper towards the front of your ear than it is to the rear. Because that way, all the sound and everything is funneling into the ear canal. So you got a nice space in there. So you got almost like almost giving you that spatial audio type of sound, just giving you a lot of air in there, a lot of space, so that it is just fantastic. It definitely improves the sound, in my opinion, when you have that type of setup. But man, these look so good with that brushed aluminum and everything. All right, let's go ahead and take a quick look at the controls here. All right, obviously on the left ear cup, you got your power and pairing here. This is your noise canceling options here. Just like on the Px8 S3s, you got your volume up and down rocker. You got your play, pause, and multifunction button there as well. I believe the play, pause also doubles as skip and reverse when coming to listening to tracks and selecting them. You've got your USB-C charging port on the left that also doubles as your analog listening or digital listening. Now that you're using the USB-C cable, you can go ahead and do that and listen to it there. So yeah, speaking of which, let's go ahead and take a look at our cable situation here. Let's open up our nice little compartment. You've got a long USB-C to USB-C cable, and you have a USB-C to analog cable. So you've got, both of them got nice branded cable management with the Velcro straps. Keep everything nice and contained and looking good in the process. Absolutely love it. All right, so you use this one for charging. We're going to test to see if we can get audio out of this one as well. But this is which one you will use for audio listening for the most part with analog. I misspoke. I thought it was just going to be this one, but we do have the 3.5 that goes right into your audio jack, and we will definitely be using this one in the test as well. All right, so man, very nice. Again, very similar design as the more upgraded design than the Px8 S3s, of course, with more plush materials used with it. But man, these things look good. Let's go ahead and actually, you know what? Let me put these on real quick so we can see what they look like. I was getting ready to jump to the next segment. Let's go ahead. Yeah, man. Let's go ahead and flip that camera. Yeah. You can definitely tell. And the way the air cup, let me show you how it looks first before I finish that. That's how they look going on. All right. And the way the inner side of the air cup is designed, you could definitely tell there's my ear, even in the back, I'm not even touching the back wall or touching the wall where the speaker is with the back of my ear. Again, everybody's ears are different, but I'm not having a problem whatsoever with these. Very comfortable, very soft ear pads on them as well. Absolutely love it. Oh, they feel great. All right. So Yeah, so we're going to go ahead and get these guys paired up and take a look through the app. Stay strapped in. All right, let's go ahead and get these guys paired up, powered on and paired up. All right, we're going to go ahead and hit the power button here. All right, got the chime. And boom, Google Fast Pair immediately jumps in. We're going to go ahead and connect. That was really, really quick. All right, let's go into setup. So we're going to dive right into the app. All right, you can see the volume slider there. They're going to start setup. So now we got to go ahead and push up to confirm. I like that feature. All right, so we got ready to use and hit done. So now, okay, we got some firmware update requirement. I guess it's update your Px8 for Android. Okay, so we ain't got to worry about that because we have the 8s. Well, I will check out check that out later with the other devices. So let's go ahead and take a look at what we got here. Let's see. No, I don't want to disconnect. Sorry. All right, so let me see. Oh, yeah, that's a quick start guide. We get rid of that. All right, so let's go ahead into settings. As you can see, we got noise canceling turned on. Let's go into settings here. We're going to pick up the Px8 rather, S2s. And here we are inside. We got a picture of the headphones there, the name up top, the battery level of the headphones. And of course, you got your environmental controls, excuse me, noise canceling. You got pass through, and of course, you got off. Okay, so we keep it at noise canceling because that's how we rock. We got advanced EQ settings. You got your pair devices where we'll work on multi-point connectivity and stuff down the road later on in this video. And of course, you got quick actions for your button controls for the single button control here, where you can go ahead. So you can go ahead and switch it to voice assistant or environmental controls. I'll leave it at environmental controls. I like that. Then of course, you got auto standby when goes into low power state after 15 minutes of not being used. I'll leave that on. The wear sensor is on. We're definitely going to test that out and see. You got 3 levels of intensity. You've got low, medium, normal, and high. We'll leave it at normal, but we're going to test to see how fast either one of these work later on. Then we can go ahead and rename the device. I will definitely be doing that. You got factory reset, and you got product details as well. So let's go back up here real quick to the advanced equalizer. Here you got a 5-band equalizer. You got the option of true sound, which basically flattens that out. And you can go into custom where you can create your own. I will definitely be doing that, and we will be testing that out in the sound test as well. All right. So I just wanted to quickly show you guys that. All right. So what we're going to do now, I'm going to go ahead and rename this in the app real quick, and then we're going to go ahead and finish our testing. Stay strapped in. All right, we are back in multi-point connectivity. I was looking at an email, sorry. We're going to test the multi-point connectivity feature for the Px8 S2s. We already know they are connected here to my Z Fold 7. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go ahead and connect them here to the Tab S11 Ultra. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to turn off my Bluetooth here. All right, disconnect that. We're going to put these guys back into pairing mode. All right, they're in pairing mode right now. And they should pop up here on my S11 Ultra here. Let's go into details. Excuse me, I'm sorry. There it is, Google Fast Pair jumping in. Let's go ahead and connect. Oh, I'm sorry, my allergies. All right, we are good to go there. We're done. As you can see it up in there. Let's go ahead and turn back on the Bluetooth on my phone. And we're going to go ahead and connect again. All right, and we're connected here. Let's go back in. This will try to connect me to something else. All right, as you can see here, it's connected to the tablet and it's connected to my phone. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna go ahead and test out the multi-point feature here. We're gonna grab a couple videos here. All right, let's see. Let's go in content, view all. We're gonna go ahead and grab one. Yeah, let's grab that. That wasn't all right. All right, we got that one set up on there. We're gonna go into my phone here. We're gonna grab one out of here as well. All right. All right, so we got that one. Let's go ahead and put the headphones on. All right, we good to go. So we'll go ahead and try on the tablet first. All right, we got audio here. Let's go ahead and go to the phone. And we got audio here. Now what we're gonna do now is I'm gonna go ahead and hit play here on the tablet to see if the audio automatically switches from here to here. And then at the same time pausing it on the phone. All right, let's try it. Yes, and it's very, very quick. Love it. All right, let's try going back the other way. Yes. So not only do we have multi-point connectivity, we do have auto switch, and it is pretty much instantaneous. Let's continue. All right, next up is we're gonna go ahead and test the wear sensor. We will see how fast it is. Actually, where's my phone? Here we go. We're gonna go into the app and we're gonna test to see how fast it responds, but we're gonna go through each and every option here. We're gonna use the tablet as our test bed, but we're gonna go through and use my phone here to switch between the sensor settings. So we're gonna go to low. All right. So it said if audio pauses unexpectedly while on the head, switch to low. That's basically like if you're on normal or high settings and stuff like that. All right. So we're going to see how fast it responds on the low setting. We got our audio chosen. So let's go ahead and hit play. All right. We got audio coming out of the headphones. So let's go ahead. Wow. That was really, really fast. Like really fast. All right. Let's put these back on. All right. And just as quick as it paused, it started playing again. All right. Let's go ahead and switch to normal. All right. So now we are on normal. I wanted to show you guys that. I'm going to put this over here that way we're not. I hit pause. I hit the thing. Sorry. So that way we're on pause. That way we're out of the glare of the light here. So we're on normal. Here we go. And again, very, very quick with the pausing with the wear sensor. Let's go put it back on. And again, very fast with resuming your audio. All right. So let's go to high. All right. Here we go. But high, I literally pulled it off my ear, separated from the side of the ear, away from the side of my face, and they paused immediately. I mean, it's doing really, really good job. All right, here we go. And as soon as the cushions, as soon as the ear pads touched the sides of my face, the audio started playing. So I like to keep it at normal. Let me pause this because I want to say this about them. In the previous versions, there was a certain, when I first got the previous set, the Px8, there was an issue with the wear sensor where it wouldn't go off, or it wouldn't pause your audio, or it was pausing inadvertently even when you were wearing your headphones. I mean, you could turn your head in a certain direction and it would pause the audio. And then they eventually went ahead and fixed that with an update, but to have it react like this right out of the box is a fantastic improvement on the wear sensor. Let's continue. All right, what we're going to do now is we're going to test the button controls on the Px8 S2s. I did turn off the wear sensor for this testing here, so that way we can go ahead and get this done. Now, all of our media controls are here on the right ear cup, as you can see here. So we've got our multifunction button, rather, our play pause. So if we hit play here, it'll begin playing the audio. Do we hit pause? It will pause the audio. Now, if we press it twice, it will skip to the next. Let's go ahead twice. 1, 2. Let me get it right this time here. 1, 2. Oh, it's got to be playing audio. Sorry. So now we playing music. Now, if I press it twice, 1, 2, it switched me to the next song. All right. Now, if I press 3 times, 1, 2, 3, took me back to the beginning. 1, 2, 3, took me back to the previous song. All right. So now, if I press and hold, I thought it would give me my voice assistant, but I think I turned that off. Yeah, I did turn that off because I was going to be here with the noise canceling button here, the action button here. I chose this for noise canceling as opposed to voice assistant. So that works the way it's pointed. I love the fact that it's got a ridge on it, so when you're wearing them, you know exactly which one you're pressing on, and you can differentiate between your volume up and volume down. Speaking of which, volume up works as it's supposed to. Single press will increase, press and hold, and it just keeps going. Same with the volume button. Single press will drop 1, press and hold. It will continue to lower. All right, so I love the fact that you do that with these ones where you can just press and hold to bring it down, press and hold to move it up. And again, all of the functions work, all the button controls work wonderful. Here on the left, like I said, you have your action button, which I have set for my noise canceling. So if I press it once, let me pull up the app here real quick so you guys can see. All right, as you can see here, I press it one time. It turned off my noise canceling. Now I've hit it again. Now I'm back to noise canceling, and one more time, puts me into pass through. So all the buttons work, and they're flawless, very fast with their response. Absolutely love it. Let's continue. This is a mic test with the Bowers Wilkins Px8 S2 headphones in a quiet location. This is a mic test with the Bowers Wilkins Px8 S2 headphones in a quiet location. This is a mic test with the Bowers Wilkins Px8 S2 headphones in a crowded location. This is a mic test with the Bowers Wilkins Px8 S2 headphones in a crowded location. All right, we are out for a noise canceling test with the Bowers Wilkins Px8 S2 headphones. All right, so right now we are in transparency mode. Let me go ahead and show you guys real quick. All right, we are in transparency mode. And right now I can hear everything. I got wind, I got traffic, I got a really good test bed here. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna go ahead and flip these guys into noise canceling mode. All right, noise canceling has been turned on. And I can tell you right now, it did knock out a whole lot of the noise. The traffic really got knocked down. Is it completely down? No, it's not completely wiped out, but I mean, a very, very large amount of it has been blocked out. Even the wind noise has been quieted down a little bit here with these headphones. So they're doing a really good job as far as that goes when it comes to knocking out the noise and everything. So again, very impressive. So if I had to rate these as far as which one, how they sound, either 1 being the absolute worst. Let me turn this way so you can, I got some wind here. I just wanted to test that. Wind in my face. Yeah, it's knocking it right out. Like I said, if I had to choose them between 1 being the absolute worst, 10 being the best, I would be comfortable with giving these a 7.75. Yeah, 7.75, not quite 8. I think a little bit better than the previous model, but definitely an improvement on them. But as far as getting them into like the Sony and Bose area, they're not there yet, but they're doing a great job. So this has been ANC test for the Bowers Wilkins Px8 S2 headphones. All right, we are back in. What we're gonna do now is the sound test. We got our music paired up, already set. Let's check our volume levels here. We are good to go there. Then we're gonna dive into the app and go into our advanced EQ settings here. Oh, did I go? I did go past it. All right. So right now we have it set to where we have the true sound. So we're gonna test. We're gonna start here, and then we're gonna go ahead and switch over, and then we can go over to custom. As you can see, I do not have anything set, so we're gonna set it up right here on the channel and find out what is the best sound, and we're gonna see how this compares to the true sound of it here of these settings, because it says experience audio with the authenticity of the original recording, nothing added, nothing taken away. So this is how it's. They're saying that this will produce it how it's supposed to be heard, with no additives or preservatives, if you will, for the lack of better terms. But let's go ahead and get the headphones on. Hey, these are so comfortable. This leather is ridiculous. I think this that Napa leather. Sweet. All right, let's go ahead and flip the camera over so you guys can see me. And let's go ahead and get... Actually, you know what we're going to do? We're going to go ahead. We're going to switch this back. And I'm going in the box. All right, so now I'm down here in the box. Hi. So that way you guys can see the settings and everything that we're going to do here. All right, so we got our music picked up. We're going to start off with Dominic Feels on Me, Feeling Good. This is an all acapella song. So let's get started. All right. Nice clarity. Let's go ahead and make sure we are in noise canceling real quick. All right. We are not in noise canceling right now, so we're going to go down. Okay. Now we're in noise canceling. All right. Very, very clear here in the with true sound. They sound really good. I like the clarity. All right, so let's go ahead and go to custom, and we're going to go ahead and do some changing here. Yeah, you could definitely hear the change as I do it live here. All right, we're going to start right there. Yep, that looks good. You could definitely hear the difference. Yeah, you could definitely hear how I did that and the balance came back down. I like the response between the two EQ settings. But again, all right, you gotta like the clarity when it comes to either the true sound or going into the custom setting. I'm very impressed by the true sound. I mean, it sounded a little lower than when I went into the custom and I started tweaking the mids and highs. It got a brighter sound. But man, even just using true sound, these guys sound fantastic. They just sound really good. All right, so what we're gonna do now is we're gonna go ahead. We'll go into our second song. Again, clarity with the vocalist. You got the enunciation and everything of the words, her breathing patterns. The background vocalist also sound nice and clear, balanced. Nothing, no one overshadowing, overpowering the other ones in that. But the true sound definitely been upgraded from the PX8s, because I'm telling you, in the PX8s, I was not touching the true sound at all because it was just bad in my opinion. I stuck with the custom EQ settings and I was completely happy with that. But the fact that the true sound, they did do some type of improvement to it here for the S2s, definitely shows here. All right, so let's go ahead and get into our bass song. We're going to go ahead and grab Pony by Waranoy. Actually, before we go there, we'll go back to an oldie but goodie, E40 featuring T-Pain and Candy Girl, Let me make sure we are on. Yep, we are in true sound. All right, here we go. Ooh. All right, that be right at the door. Nice punch. And the fade out. Ripples in the pond. Man, oh my goodness. With the true sound? All right, let's go over to custom. All right. Them highs. Oh, yeah. Ooh. Okay. Now I switch it up to that V shape. Now the bass got nice punch. I mean, it had really good. The punches got so much better, but I did not lose the crispness of the mids and highs. So I'm getting a really good balance here. All right, let's go back to true sound. Now you can tell you're still getting a good bass and everything, but you can definitely tell the overall volume went down. See right now? I could turn these down a little bit and be fine. Let's go here. Oh, my word. That bass is just killing it. Let me turn these down some. All right. Ooh, man, that just sounds so clear. Again, I'm not losing the vocals either, which is crazy. All right, let me go back over. Let's go true sound one more time. All right, now that I turned them down, you can definitely tell the difference in the true sound. This is where they come in, and I think they have a little problem here. I mean, you still got the vocalist, but you can tell the bass is sounding muffled at the lower volume levels. Whereas when I go to custom, bass sounds just the same, just the volume is lower. All right. Okay. Let's pause that. Because I'm telling, oh, it sounds so good. Let me go back up to my preferred listening level. I turned it down. We're going to go back up. Let's go. I know we did that bass song. So let's go ahead and get, where's Kenny at? All right, where's he at? All right, we're going to do Home by Kenny G as soon as I can find it. Here we go. All right, let's make sure we are back to true sound. All right, we are back on true sound here. And let's go ahead. We got Home, Kenny G. Let's get it. All right. Nice, crisp, high keys. Okay. Good transition from the high keys to the low keys with the little rumble. We're going to pause that and we're going to play that back. But this time, we're going to switch over to custom. And we want to see how that high key, low key transition, we want to see how that works. All right, so let's go ahead back in. All right, we're going to start over again. Here we go. Already louder. Okay. Much more prominent with the low keys. When that transition, man, these things could be, you know what? Let's not do it here. Let's go here into that. Okay. Let's play a little bit. All right. Looks like we got that there. Before, I want this at 3. There we go. All right. Now I went back and I took away most of the mids and highs because of how bright they sounded. But then if you go back to true sound, it's like all the volume goes out. Like just the brightness is zapped out. I mean, it still sounds great, but you go to custom, it just brightens everything. I love the natural volume of these headphones is incredible. Let me see. I could turn this way down. I'm turning it way down, and these guys are plenty loud. Oh, my goodness. Again, let's go back to true sound. Yeah, you can definitely tell the difference. True Sound sounds good, but I think I'm going to stick with the custom and just find my sweet spot. All right, let's pause that. Love that song. Love it. All right, let's go ahead and get into some Wear Annoy real quick. Get that pony going. I forgot how far down he is. There he is. All right, here we go. Now again, we have the EQ set like this. So again, the vocalist is nice and clear. That piano is definitely crisp in the back. Ooh, nice rumble on this bass. Ooh, that is aggressive. I love it. Oh, that sounds so clean. All right, let's do this. Let's have some fun. Let's see how let's turn this up. Let's see what it does. What? The bass is even sinister, even though I have it set to 0. And I'm still getting a really good bass thump. All right. These headphones are insane right now. As you can see, I've set the lows to 0. And let me get this out the way. Set the lows to 0. I got 1 next up, then 2 in the mids. And I'm still getting a really solid bass thump out of these headphones. Make it make sense. I mean, man, they sound fantastic. I mean, the vocalist sounds nice and crisp and clear, even no matter what I was doing here. I mean, you could tell the difference in the changing of the EQ settings, but when I'm doing they're 0 and the bass is still punching, we on to something here. They are definitely on to something here. I like how they're doing this. I started this with the Px8 S3s, and now I think they really fine-tuned it here with the Px8 S2s. But man, that's going to be a comparison for another day. But man, these are doing a fantastic job. All right, let me put these back the way I like it. I'm telling you, this is fantastic. All right, I think I'm gonna rock with it like that. Let's save that preset. We're gonna go ahead and set that up. All right, we just save that as my sound. I like the fact that you can go back in and create another preset if I needed to. Let's go ahead and do that. Let's do this. We're gonna set a second one. All right, we're gonna save that one. No, we're gonna put this to 3. And we're gonna put this one. Yeah, we leave that at 1.5. Then 5. All right. So we're gonna save that one. We're gonna name this one mine 2. Ron Sounds 2. All right, so now I got 2 of them on there as well. And man, this is going to be crazy. I might even do a third one going the other way. But anyway, let's get back to, we're going to rock with this one. Let's get back to our song here. All right, let me see. What else we going to do? What else we going to have fun with? All right, I know that's, all right. We're going to go ahead and do one more Kenny G. And we're going to go home. We're going to call, actually, you know what? Yeah, let's do one more. Yeah, we're going to do one more Kenny G here. Here we go. Going Home. Absolutely love it. The bass from the keyboard and the drums is just thunderous. And again, I have these guys. Let me turn it down. I could turn these down and they just sound wonderful. A little bass heavy on that one, a little warmer. So let's go ahead and switch over to this one. All right. See, now we still got the bass. We still got the kick from the drums, but it's a little bit smoother, a little bit brighter. You're leaning more towards the mids and highs, but it sounds so clean. So clear. Let's try this true sound. Okay. Again, true sound still sounds good, but you can definitely tell the volume is a little lower. So I think you're losing some detail. Oh, yeah. Very clean. Oh, my gosh. Again, and I love the soundstage is just your standard soundstage, not too wide or anything like that. But you definitely got the nice background instruments filling in, sounding wonderful. You can't beat it. Oh, it just sounds so, so good. All right, let's go ahead. And I've been on this for a little bit, so let's go ahead and get into my likes and dislikes of the Bowers Wilkins Px8 S2 headphones. All right, we're back in for my likes and dislikes of the Bowers Wilkins Px8 S2 headphones. And to be honest with you, I really, as far as my dislikes, there's not too many things I don't even think there's anything I dislike about them. None that I could think of. Right off the bat, the app is nice. I love the improve. So let's go into, since I can't think of anything that I dislike. Let's go ahead and switch over to my likes. Again, like I said, I like the app. I love the fact that they gave you that advanced equalizer that you can use for these headphones. A la the PX is having S3s. I love the design. I love just the nice. They stuck pretty much to the originals, but they did add some. They did do some changes cosmetically to it, as far as when I say that, they changed where the button controls are. Instead of having them down here on the rim, they moved them up higher, which I like a lot. I like that change a lot. I like the fact that they put that little ridge on the multifunction button here on the right ear cuff for play, pause, and answering in phone calls and stuff. I love the design change, how they got the cabling woven through the arm and going into the yoke and everything. That I just love, and it's braided. I love how they just went ahead and did that. It makes them look even more luxurious with the brushed aluminum sound, with the Bowers and Wilkins etched in. Nice, the Napa leather, very, very soft, very plush. I'm not sure if the cups can be exchanged, can be replaced. We'll have to look into that, but it would be really sweet if they could be. I don't see any way that these guys can be removed, not without damaging the headphones. So I'm going to say no on that unless I read or find something else out differently. But again, I love when you put these guys on. I love how they feel on the head, and I love the fact that you can do the 180 type of turn. So I absolutely love it. But again, once you put these in, the way the inner side of the cup is designed, you don't even, at least I don't. I can't speak for everyone, but the higher end here doesn't touch the back of my ears at all. Once it's on, it is on, and I feel nothing, but you definitely know there's some space in there. So I get that helps the sound too. That gives in my opinion, it just gives the sound a little bit more depth to it. When you got space in there in between your ear, you're not pressed right up on the speaker and everything like that. So I like that. They're very, very comfortable. Let me see. I love Multipoint. They got that. I like that. And auto switching. Fantastic on that. And how fast it is. The auto switching is very, very snappy on here. Absolutely love it. Again, the touch controls, very quick response time on them. That's a great thing. No wasted motion, no wasted time. When you press the button, it instantly happens and everything like that. Completely on board with that. Absolutely. Google Fast Pair, very quick. I didn't try the M5 option for iPhone because I do not own an iPhone, but I like the fact that they are doing things to not only support Android users but also iPhone users as well. I did not test the audio going into the USB-C port with the 3.5 millimeter jack because I normally am listening to these Bluetooth. I use my audio jack cable in a pinch, but you know, I test these based on how I use them on a daily basis, and I like having that as a fallback option. And I'm quite sure, and I will go out and test them, but it probably be off camera because I more likely will be off camera because I know this video is nice and long enough. And let me see anything else. I do like the fact that they do give you that option though, to be able to use them as as an option on for these headphones as well. I love the fact that you got fast charging. 15 minutes of fast charge will get you a 7-hour playback time on that. That's like a all day at work basically type of deal. So which is great. Or even a flight. If you're in the middle of a flight, your battery goes dead, you plug it in for 15 minutes, you come back, you got a whole 7 hours to enjoy them to finish off the rest of your flight. That's money right there. That is absolute money. I love it. Let me see anything else. Oh, love the color matching case. Absolutely. I love the fact that it matches the headphones to a T. That's not often. I mean, you get your high level ones that does it, your higher brands that do it, but not always all across the board. Anyway, I think I was trying to think again on my dislikes, and I don't think there's not anything on here that I dislike. At this point, just having them by themselves. Maybe I might find something in comparison to some other ones in the Gauntlet series that's definitely going to happen for these. But as of right now, that will wrap up my likes and dislikes for the Px8 S2 headphones. So let's go ahead and wrap this up. So this has been an unboxing and review of the Bowers Wilkins Px8 S2 headphones. A huge shout out to Audio Experience for providing these for an honest unboxing and review. If you're interested in picking these up, I'll leave links to the description to their webpage that I showed you earlier in this video, so you can go ahead and pick these guys up. Again, they come in 2 colors. You got the Onyx Black and this Warm Stone, so make sure you go ahead and check them out. As well, they have other ones as well, so you definitely want to go ahead and check Audio Experience out. If you're interested in picking up these or any other type of headphones, definitely check out their webpage. And if you like what you see, go and hit the like button. If you want to join me as I continue to do videos like this and others, go and hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. That way you're notified when videos like this and others drop. And I will catch you guys on the next one. Peace.